This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
The districts in Canada,
from the Pacific to Atlantic, anytime and wherever you are. Join us.
you are watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio.
Watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio. INCRadio Canada. Join us. Join us, join us, join us. INCRadio Canada. Join us.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Philippines and afternoon world. So welcome once again. We are here live in the Laval area. So again, to all our listeners and our viewers, thank you for tuning in to INCRadio Canada. And so as you can see, I'm not by myself. I'm also with my co-host for tonight.
Hello, everyone. Bonjour. I am Sister Nina Nobelio. How are you doing, Kuya Carlo?
I'm doing very well. I'm very excited for tonight's
Today's-
topic. So we
Yes.
have a lot to talk about because it's a very big subject. A lot of things to pros and cons and all of that.
Very timely, and everyone can surely relate to our topic for tonight because it's all about
Social media.
and
Yeah. So ourselves and how we relate to social media and how it affects us. So,
yeah, because no matter what age you are, right?
yes.
You may be a 12-year-old, a 62-year-old, you're using, and you're also on social
Exactly.
media.
I think also it's a misconception when people say social media, they think automatically of the social platforms, but it
Mhm.
involves also just using electronic devices and just being on the internet.
Yeah,
Being on the internet already is social media and it's in and of itself. So
you're already interacting with people, and of course using this, let's be honest, it's a part of an algorithm, it's a
yes.
program, so it can really affect our brains, the way we think, and as humans, how we live our lives. It really does affect every
Mm.
one of us, but we are also not alone. We also have Ate
Hi, Ate
Kat.
Kat.
Hello, hello, hello to all of our listeners and viewers of INCRadio Canada. Again, my name is Sister Kathleen Ga. I am from the District of British Columbia. Medyo inggit naman ako. You two are there in the studio. Pero okay lang dahil ang layo ko. So I can't really travel all the way to Laval right now. But I am here. And hello po. And I just wanted to acknowledge before anything else, I would like to acknowledge our district supervising minister here in the District of British Columbia po, Brother Glendo H. Baitan, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Romeo Maglaya, and our CFO or Christian Family Organization Overseer, Brother Renel Romero, our DMM District Multimedia Advisor po, Brother Brian Villarnino. Thank you, Nina and Carlo.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Ate
Ate
Kat.
Kat. Yes, thank you for doing that, Ate Kat. You reminded us to do the same thing as well. But yeah, Ate Kat is right. We are currently in Laval. Kuya Carlo, for those who have no idea what Laval is, can you?
So to explain in more simple terms, so Montreal is an island of itself.
Mhm.
So it's like the city, I would say.
The
And then,
major city
the
of
major,
Quebec.
yes. And then Laval is just like another city branched out of the Montreal island. So it's another city of
Yes.
itself. So it's just a little bit further than Montreal, but we're still kind of like in the vicinity. So you're just going to like a different town.
And it's very new. We have new buildings, new facilities.
Yeah.
But anyways, the more you know about Quebec and our
Yeah.
district of Ottawa, Canada. And speaking of district, we would also like to greet our district supervising minister, Camoriel Cadasio po, and our assistant district minister, Brother Aaron Manabo, and our Christian Family Organization's overseer, Brother JL Obrigado. And of course, shout out to our district multimedia advisor who is with us right now behind the board, behind the
Hi, Kuya
scenes.
FG.
Kuya FG, Kuya Franklin Bunag po. And to everyone who is watching, I believe we have some comments to read, Kuya Carlo.
Yes, so already
go
I
ahead.
have here in our views, we also have Brother Glenn Nobelio po. So hello po, he says, good day to all po, God bless po. So thank you so much po for tuning in. We also have Mina Star, good morning po.
That's Tita Emmy Inoncilio.
Hi po, Tita Ami. She says, good evening, Heart. Good morning, Heart po, mga kapatid. Praying hands from the locale of Beaconsfield District of Ottawa,
Yay.
Canada.
That's my local.
Shout out to Beaconsfield. Also, we have Sister Sherry Faye. Hello po.
Ate Yaya. Hello rin po sa Karampel and to Rani.
Hello po. We also have Kuya FG here. He says, happy viewing po from the group worship service of Laval District of Ottawa. We also have Ate Kat. So, hi in the comment and hi here in live feed. We also have, again,
Ate Oz.
Ate Oz, she says, good evening, INCRadio Canada. Hello to the beautiful Sister Nina Nobelio tuning in from the District of Saskatchewan. And good evening po, Ka Glenn and Tita Grace Nobel.
She's my friend, so she's required to do that. Anyways.
It's mandatory.
It's mandatory. Anyways, Kuya Carlo, before we get on ahead with our topic, let's ask Ate Kath. So Ate
Yes.
Kath, as a buklod.
Oo naman, as a buklod
You
like, as if I...
ask your age, Ate Kath, but I don't think that's appropriate. But I'm assuming somewhere in your
Very young, very young.
20s, 30s, as a millennial. Oh yeah, millennial.
Yes, I am a millennial. That's
Yeah.
confirmed.
Let's confirm that. Ate, how do you use social media? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you feel about it?
How do I use social media? I think my main purpose, of course, of social media is to be able to talk to my friends and be able to share some of my life stories, some of life update to my friends. That's how I usually utilize social media. Not only my friends as well, but also my family and relatives who are near and far. When I say far, mostly those people that I update with my life in the Philippines or anywhere in the world. So that's how I utilize my social media. And as for your second question, Nina, do I like it? Well, um I would say that, in my younger years, so that was like when I started utilizing social media. I think I'm not going to mention the name of it, but that's when I was, I don't know, 15 years old, right? Because everything is new and everything was more of like you're testing the waters, right? What does it feel to have a social media? But nowadays I feel like it's so blown out that you have so many choices. You have so many different platforms nowadays that you can use to talk to your friends and to share about your life. Do I like it now? Yeah, there are still there are some advantages and disadvantages of me using the social media, but as I grow older, I feel I feel lazier nowadays to kind of update. I feel like, there are more things in life that I could use my time more than than spending
Agree,
my
agree.
hours in social media. I don't know about you two. I think our age is not that far.
Yes,
Cool.
Ate.
So I guess we can say also the same thing back in our days.
Back in
Because
our days.
we're not that far apart, I
We're
guess.
not that far, right?
Yeah, but like what you said, Ate, I think I have an idea which social media platform you're talking about. Starts with the letter M. Is that it? With the letter F?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Diba? Oh.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think we are in our generation, like the millennials and the Gen Z, the older Gen Z,
Yes.
is we're Gen Z. I think we can control it, but at the same time, I think there are times where we spend most of our time scrolling,
Right,
like what
right.
Ate Kat said earlier. You know the term doom scroll, Kuya Carlo?
I do not know.
You do not
No,
know.
I don't know.
Apparently, you're not chronically online.
No, I try not to be as much as
Yeah.
I was
So what
before.
is the doom scroll, Nina?
Well, doom scroll out is to those who are listening to the titas and titas. It's a Gen Z or a Gen Alpha term. Wherein, after a long day of hard work, you sit in the bed
Ah, okay. I
and
guess so
then
then you
you
just
spend
scroll.
hours doom scrolling.
Okay, so basically like just updating yourself from the past day of like the
Yeah.
content that you missed, the people that the things that the people posted, and just re-updating yourself.
And not even like your friends, like content from,
Just everything.
yeah, because you know
Okay, I
how it's
see.
designed, like
Yeah,
just scroll it and then it just plays the next video, and then you notice 5 hours has gone by.
that's
It's
true.
That
1
is
a.m.
so
already.
true. I actually found myself sometimes when I am on social media, and then you just skip, those fast videos, like only
Skip
10
forward.
to 12, 10 to 15 seconds videos, and you
Mhm.
just keep scrolling it. You can't stop until, like, oh, yes, we need to stop.
Yes. It's all about discipline and control, but I think
Mhm.
the platforms nowadays are designed
Yeah,
to
it's
be
all
like
catered,
that.
and they really market it very well. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's bad, but the way they do it is very good because it keeps
Yeah,
everyone engaged, and that's how it's like it becomes addicting. And
it
there's
becomes
like
addicting.
pros and cons of all of that stuff. Is that it keeps people online all the time
Yeah.
because the videos are designed to like what's the best way to keep people hooked on the social media, which is creating videos that are like very shocking, very attractive
Mm,
for a short span of time, so that they can keep just doom scrolling and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Which
So
is, if you think about it, in a very like under a microscope, if you think about it, it's bad if you're exposed to it at an early age,
yeah,
because you can tend to get addicted.
yeah, I think a lot also like with the children's content and
Yeah.
the younger ones now they really cater to like flashy colors, attractive like
Yes.
music, and
And
like
the
very
quick
popular. Yeah,
cuts.
quick cuts. So I've I've done research, or I've seen a video about some kids shows and stuff like that where it's designed to keep the kids their attention is like focused
Hmm.
because a lot of flash colors, a lot of like cuts in here and there. So then
It
it
hits
just keep
dopamine.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, we are gonna go on if we continue
yeah,
this
we have a
discussion.
lot to go. We're gonna go down a rabbit hole very soon.
Yes, but we have a lot of segments for today. And speaking of which, we just want to greet Camariel is on our live chat. Hello po,
Hello po, Gabriel.
Camariel. And then we also have our Kuya
Kuya JC.
JC. Amarido Kuya. Hello po. And
Happy viewing, INCRadio Canada.
yes, that is his comment. But of course, speaking of social media, our topic for today is very similar, and we base this on the topic that we have nowadays, especially in our Kadiwa meetings, right, Kuya
Yes,
Carlo?
yes, and the actually it was in the youth summit as well, which was mentioned is a video prepared by the church administration in regards to social media. So that
Mhm.
video was about social media, the influences, influencers, and how we should be conducting ourselves as Christians online. So
And speaking of that, speaking of activities, we have our segment CFO
CFO in
in
action.
action. All right. Thank you, Kuya Tek.
And we are back.
You're so agile when it comes to
Always ready to click on that CFO in action and catching up with Canada.
Shout out to our Kuya Techs there in the main studio. Kuya Carlo, in our district, I believe
So,
we have a lot of activities in the
yes.
CFO.
So I'll get straight into it for the CFO when it comes to the Kadiwa organization. Next Sunday, so save the date, December 8th at 7 p.m. at John Abbott College, we will have our This is Kadiwa activity. So lots to
Yeah.
be shown that night, a lot of entertainment, lots of activities. It is a casual and very fun night to look forward to. So lots of activities,
Mhm.
good food, entertainment, and it's going to be a very great night for everyone.
Kuya Carlo,
Yes.
to those who do not know, there's our poster.
Yes.
To those who do not know, po, Kuya Carlo is our Kadiwa president.
Yes. The
In our
District of Ottawa, Canada.
Yeah, so Kuya Carlo, this is a very impromptu interview.
Go for it. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. Ask.
What is the intention of this activity?
So, as we've explained in multiple hostings as well, so the Kadiwas is for those 18 above and single or unmarried.
Unmarried.
Unmarried. So, or the other words, single.
Yes. single.
So most of the time the activity is to cater obviously to strengthen the bond of those members, the young adults and the adults.
Friendship, relationships.
Creating friendships, new bonds, and
Yeah.
hopefully, if it's God's will, to find that partner in life.
The one.
Yes. So these
Yes.
activities are always catered that we stay strong together inside the church and to find our partner, our significant other through activities such as this. So it's always like socializing events where actually there's a lot of Kadiwa members that found their partner through activities like this.
Activities.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Whenever I go with social media, speaking of social media,
yeah,
you have mute walls from other districts, not even in Canada, even like other parts of the world, because we do have meet and greets online,
we do.
right?
Yes,
And then we tend to add them on our social media,
media.
and then one day you open your app and then you see they're
Married.
engaged.
They're married. So we've seen many of that where it's like, oh, we met each other online, and then there's
Yes,
a
and
lot of
meet and
stories. Yeah.
greets, which is very cute.
Mhm. So that's the goal of most of the time the
Of the
Kadiwa
activities,
activities is to
yes.
always just cater to the love of the brotherhood and to
Mhm.
find that partner.
And let's be honest, like every day in our everyday lives, after school, after work, we're all busy. So activities like this, like what we have, really tend to remind us of, you have to give time to socialize, to get to know the
Yes.
people around you in your community, and of course, inside the
Mhm.
church.
Yeah,
It's
because
very nice.
like we were talking about, like social media can be very addicting. So
Mm.
whenever we have activities like this, it actually gets us out of that bubble or out of that
Yes.
routine of always being socially online but not being socially
It's still different.
physical. Yeah.
It's still different when you see the person in real life.
Mhm.
Anyways, what's our next activity, Kuya Tech? Let's wait for the poster. But I think we also have our book club
Special
special
gathering
gathering
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Please contact your local leadership about the details where it will be. But I believe in the West Island, it'll
Yes.
be in the
Beaconsfield
Beaconsfield
Chapel. So
Chapel.
I believe also Beaconsfield Chapel and all places of worship as well. That should be,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken, should be at 6 p.m. So
Yes.
there we
And
have it in
there
our
we
poster.
have it. This is for the local congregation of Edmonton. So shout out to Tita Jonah for sending this poster, and they will have it on December 1
So
at
tomorrow.
yes at 6 p.m. at Eastwood Chapel. So
Yes.
to those from Edmonton po, we also have another one,
This is for the district of Calgary,
Calgary. Kuya JC and Ate Hazel Bunag.
December 2 on
December
Monday.
2 on Monday, 7:30 p.m.
Yes, and again, for those who do not know what booklet is, to our listeners and viewers, booklet is for the married members. So
Yes po.
I believe Ate Kathleen will be attending, right?
Yes, Ate Kat.
She's a booklet member as well. So
As a buklod. Ate Kat, how about there in your district po? In what are your CFO activities, upcoming, past, and recent ones?
Yes, thank you, Nina. Yes, we actually had a book club night. That was this month, right? So that was already 3 weeks ago, and it was nice. And you can see a lot of younger couples, and then the older couples. Diba? It's so nice. It's such a nice, a different type of environment compared when I was a kadiwa. But yeah, it was really fun. But
Yes,
here in British
may
Columbia, Nina
the
and Carlo,
interview 8:30. Yeah,
Anina,
yes. Ano pa ate?
are you talking to me?
Not first. I was on mute. Yes po ate,
Ayan.
about the
So,
book
sa
club.
British Columbia naman, our activity upcoming here, we actually have a 3-on-3 basketball, which is happening tomorrow, December 1. December 1, 3-on-3 at Burn Creek Community School. We will also have a Binhi Volleyball District activity as well. So we actually also invite all over the Binhi members. If you are into basketball and volleyball, please join the activity tomorrow. That's it, Nina and Carlo.
Thank you, Ate
thank you, Ate
Kat.
Kathleen.
Wow, a lot of activities there in British Columbia. Shout out to all of our brethren there in BC.
I think we
Sila,
still have more viewers and listeners who commented on tonight's
yes,
segments.
Kuya, would you like to read them?
So we have Sister Grace Nobelio. Hello po, tita. Sister Janina's mother. Happy viewing po, INCRadio Canada from the locale of Halifax, District of Ottawa, Canada. And we have Sister Yasmin Abilar. Happy viewing po.
The support is supporting. But Kuya, I think we also have. Oh, okay, okay. Ate Kat, we would like to ask you, in your own humble opinion, as a millennial, as a buklod, as a member of the Church of Christ, yes. What can you advise to those who are in the youth, because they're very exposed at an early age of
Mhm.
social media and stuff like that? As an ate. As an
Ooh,
ate.
as an ate. Okay, I like that instead of as a buklod. I've been
Sorry,
only
As a
my bad.
senior book club, that's
I've
what I'm
only
saying.
been a book club for a year, but in terms of advice to our youth, utilizing social media, of course, my advice to you is, we always want to protect our privacy. Sometimes we want to post everything. You want to go public. You want every single details of our life from the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep. Some people may not know about this, but there are so many eyes in the internet. You could be exposed to your profile, your name, your addresses, where you are, your location can be access to anyone out if you are in the internet, right? So we wanted to make sure that you know how to protect your privacy. One thing that I would always advise you, if you want to go public, you're aware that you can be seen by everyone around you. So make sure, if you're not that type of a person, you check your privacy settings. That we always have this privacy settings in our social media accounts. You can either be in public or a private person. So that's one of the things. Another thing is, you want to make sure that you know how to secure accounts. There are a lot of hackers, scammers. Ensure that you utilize strong passwords, because one way or another you will be hacked. Hacking is a way that people can get into your profiles without you knowing them. So making sure that you utilize using strong passwords. And I think one of the things also that we need to be assured of, to all of the youth out there, is that we always need to think before we post. I think that's one of the majority of the message that we've been hearing to our Christian family organization meetings, that whatever you post, you need to think as a Christian. Right, Nina? We need to think before we post. Remember that anything you post can potentially remain online forever. So don't disclose anything. And we always need to think that we are Christian, even we are online.
Yes, very true, Ate Kat.
Like I really like the part when you said we have to think about what we post online,
Mhm.
right? So again, like social media is catered to everyone wanting to share their life, uh, not make it so personal
Yeah.
and keep it private, because they want to share and receive some kind of like validation from everybody, like those likes, those
Yes.
comments, those sharing is very addicting to see, especially when the numbers go up and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And I'm speaking from experience as well, where I've been through that phase where it's like, okay, I
It's
want
a
to share this.
25-year-old.
Yes, I've gone through many. I remember when I was first on my first social media account, and I was like, okay, well, how do I do this? How do I social
Life.
media, or how do I do this
Social
thing?
media eyes.
So I'm like, how do I fit into the culture of social media? How do I get people's approval? How does this
How
look
do I
good?
seem cool?
Yeah, how do I seem cool? But then
Mm.
I don't want to say this because I'm not that old. But like as I'm getting older,
We're
Yes.
not that
I'm not that
old.
old. I'm not
We're
that
not that
old. But
old.
as I'm getting older, you realize that why do I need to validate myself by just
Yes.
posting these online? Like
Why do
obviously
I
if
have
you
to be
feel good,
cool?
yeah, why do I have to be cool to show off to everyone that this is me online? If you
Yes.
think about most people that enjoy and are more happy, they're not on social media a lot,
Yeah.
because they're just more focused on living the present and just being out there rather than just staying on their phone chronically and just like posting things to let people know what they're doing. So
Yeah, I totally agree with what Ate Kath and what you said, Kuya Carlo. And to think that what we see online is the curated version of this person,
mhm.
right? Because they put that there for us to think that they're
This
like
is
that.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a fake image of us that we're putting online. We're only showing the good parts of ourselves. We're not
Yeah.
showing like the actual how do you say
Re-
this, like the real us.
the real you,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's like, oh, this is a highlight of my life, so I'm just gonna post it online.
Hmm.
Something good happened to me, let me show off to like everyone. It's like I got new shoes, let me show this off. Or I'm traveling, or come to
But you
more like
don't
material
actually
stuff.
see the struggle,
Hmm.
what they went through, and the uncool stuff,
Yeah.
which is what the youth should also think about whenever they are on social media. And I like to also repeat what Ate Kat said about think before you click, because especially nowadays you see a lot of information on social
Hmm.
media, and you should always take it with a grain of salt, because not everything you see on there is true.
Hmm.
Because as like what Ate Kat said, everyone has a, or what you said, I think, everyone has a voice to post
Yeah.
whatever they want. And that could be a good thing or a very bad thing.
And like what you said, right? What you and Atikat said, like we have to be careful when liking
Mhm.
because social media, there's digital footprint. So I don't know if anyone heard about
Yes.
that. When you like something, it shows, especially on the social media platform that I'm
Your
on all the
mutuals
time.
can see it.
Yeah. So anything that you like, when someone else comes across that same video, it shows that you like
You
that
like,
video.
I see what you
So
like.
yeah, it's like when we see each other in person, like, oh, I saw what you like,
Okay.
right? So again, all of those things you have to be very careful with that because sometimes the content that we like, because we're so online all the
Yeah.
time, we tend to like,
Mindless click heart.
yeah, it becomes a habit to just like double tap the screen.
Yeah.
But then you don't realize, wait, I can't take that back.
Do
Like,
I actually agree with what they're saying?
yeah, and then you end up just removing that like. But then that's why
Yes.
it comes to being like very cautious online. Like, okay, I'm watching this video, but do I like it? Do I like it or not? Then just scroll past it. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to watch it. So
There's always a choice at the end of the day.
yes.
By the way, with what I said, I always see you liking fashion posts. Don't worry.
Yeah, listen, I'm trying to leave a good digital footprint. Okay, so all those bad things, I'm like, nope, I'm avoiding that.
Yes.
But the good ones are like,
He's
it's
into
worth
fashion.
liking.
I see the posts he likes.
I'm
But
trying.
yeah, but whenever I see funny videos as well,
Mhm.
you should think, wait, is it funny because someone is getting hurt or
Yeah, like
it's just
funny for the wrong
offensive?
things. Yeah.
Yeah, you should think about these things.
Like light humor, that thing is fine. It's fine because it's actual
Mhm.
just lighthearted humor. It's just like family jokes kind of things.
Yeah.
But it's not
Harmless.
harmless things.
Because sometimes the influencers that are very famous nowadays, they tend to do pranks which are really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, it's harmful to other people and people
Yeah.
find it funny, but it's not really
There's a thin line between a harmless joke and a very
offensive. Yeah.
offensive joke.
And I think especially in the generation now, like anything you
The Gen Z.
say,
Mm.
just like how the law enforcement
Eh.
says it, like right, anything you say or do can be
Can
used
be
used
against you, weaponized.
Yeah. So same thing
yes.
with social media. Anything we say or we like, or even just the slightest comment on anything, you can be canceled for that. So
Yes, and the cancel culture. I
That's
don't want to
something.
get into it, but
no, I think we already have like the gist of it in
Yeah.
general. So the word itself,
tip of the
cancel culture. So.
yeah, people just be too much
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's just too much.
But speaking of youth, now that you've mentioned, we have interviewed some of our young people around our district. And yeah, we are very excited to see their opinions. What are their views on the things, especially about social media. So, Kuya Tek, if we can please play social media interview.
What's your favorite thing about social media?
My favorite thing about social media is that it helps me be entertained, and it's a source of information which helps me increase my knowledge. Every time you scroll, there's like a new video or like new photo.
Social media allows me to connect with my family and my friends, and it also helps me in my studies.
It's to chat with my friends, also to share funny videos and pictures, and to call with them to play too.
My favorite thing about social media is the kind of content you consume. So whether or not you follow, let's say, a self-growth or cooking videos, I think that's a one plus or a good thing about social media. You get to explore the world through digital platforms and communicating with your friends. I think that's very important, especially long-distance friends or friends who live far away.
But I can talk to my friends, so I can socialize with people I know. My favorite thing is how I can communicate with my friends and family. It's nice to have easy access to texting them, even if they're far away from me.
My favorite thing about social media is being able to connect with family and friends, even though we're living far away from each other.
I found social media really convenient with communication sometimes, and it's really easy to connect also. It's not that really hard to process.
I can text my parents anytime I can't find them, or sometimes when my mom or dad is at work. I can
helps my family. With social media, we can connect with other people, we can communicate better. Not only with people in general, but with brethren as well. And through that, we can also meet and befriend them.
What do you hate about it?
I hate how people like to exploit others online, like cyberbullying, and like you have to be careful online because of it.
Social media it tends to be very addicting sometimes, especially with all the videos and small distractions that they add in their apps. I also sometimes think that social media is very time consuming. It consumes most of our time on an everyday basis.
That sometimes there are strangers that want to talk to me and they're kind of just annoying.
I feel like because of social media, we're always consuming different contents that even the simplest things we find it hard to complete.
I dislike sometimes there are informations that are being shared that are not of the knowledge in the Christian values, and that can also affect how we consume it.
What I hate about it is there's a lot of fake news and all those hurtful comments thrown by people you don't know.
There sometimes could be bad people who could share bad things and also say bad things.
What I hate is the people on there, because there can be people talking really mean stuff and some weird things on the internet.
Misinformation spreads like virus, it spreads so quickly and it leads to confusions and conflicts.
There's a bunch of different communities, and some of the communities are very mean, and they could sometimes hurt other people's feelings, like saying mean stuff about them.
And in your opinion, how should people use social media?
People should use social media to spread positivity and love, such as sharing God's word.
They should use it responsibly with they shouldn't talk to people they don't know, because you'll never know who's on the other end, if they're bad, if they're good. You never know.
I feel like you should use social media with caution, because there can be stuff that can hinder our faith, and you don't use it for too long, or it can damage your brain.
People should use social media in a way to share words of wisdom, but especially for us inside the church, we should be able to share our faith, and so we can invite more necessary. Use it very carefully and also think about other people's feelings.
I think people should learn how to use social media responsibly and carefully, because there are some bad people online, and we should learn how to use social media to spread God's word.
In my opinion, we should be careful on what we post and share in social media, because we don't know who are the viewers of it and for how long it will be there.
To share our faith, to join the INCRadio.
All right.
There you have it. So we have
cute.
very good interviews from all the local congregations here in the District of
I
Ottawa.
think we should give them a shout out. Shout out to Ate Lane Mower po, Kuya JC
Thank you so much,
Valenzuela,
Paul.
to Ate Jovi, Ate Jovi, to Charlize, hi Charlize, and to you, Kuya.
Yeah. I remember we did ours actually last night. So again, shout out to thank you to Sister Erica, Brother Ezekiel, Brother Edriel, and Sister Kayla Uplos. So for giving their good answers, especially for the younger ones, getting from their perspective, from those younger than us, and just seeing how social media affects them and what they think about it. I think it's very insightful coming from the younger
youth,
the younger
it's
generation.
very nice, and it's nice to know that
Nina, shout out to the last kid. That was an awesome answer.
Oh, yes, that is Adeline's son, Aline. Hi, Aline. You might be
Opo.
watching. To the shout out to the local of Halifax, po. They really sent in nice interviews,
Yeah.
po.
And Adelaine's there actually in the comments. She said,
Yeah.
"Hello, Paul. Happy viewing from the locale of Halifax." So I'm sure Adelaine is very happy and just a very proud moment,
Mama.
mom moment.
Yes, and as well as to Kuya JC Vanzuela, hello po. And to Ka Carl Michael Reyes po, watching from San
I po to
Loran.
all brethren of District of Ottawa, viewing from locale of Salem.
Yes. Oh, it's nice to know that the youth, the children are
Mhm.
aware
Yes.
of how to use social media. And I think one of them are gamers, and that's
Yeah.
also social media, right?
Yeah, it is because you still interact with people and it's still some form of
Communication.
and stuff like that. So because in most of the games now, unlike before, they're trying to cater to more just online stuff. Before it's just game and then the story of the game and that's it. But now it's more just they're trying to integrate it more to like multiplayer
Yeah.
stuff, trying to get involved with just more people in
Which
general.
is scary.
It is.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That they get to interact with people who are like, in the other side of the world.
Yeah, we don't know who these people are. We just know them by their voices, but then we don't really know who they are.
Yeah.
So-
So to the parents, to the ates and the kuyas, let's just be cautious.
Yeah.
You know.
Just like with the question we have here to how can we stay cautious while being on social media?
Yeah.
So let's say if you have like siblings, check up on your siblings. If you see them that they're playing video games and you hear them talking to someone, then don't be
Ask.
shy.
Yeah.
Like barge in their room and ask like who you're talking to,
Yeah.
or like just it doesn't have to be in a like authoritative way,
Yeah.
but just be curious. Like who are you talking to? Like oh, okay, where's this person from? Just
Mm-hmm.
get to know their surroundings, not only on their social media platform, but especially if they're playing video games. Like let them know that like be careful who you're talking with. Like okay, maybe it's your friend from online, but just
Mhm.
always check up on everyone.
On a lighter note, whenever I show my mama a meme or like a funny
Yeah.
video, whenever you show your mom, you're like, "Is that your friend?"
Yeah, it's like who's this from? I'm like I don't know. It's just I just saw this online.
It's just a funny video.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's funny. But that's how they show their care and their
Yeah.
love. Like, this guy?
It's like who is this guy? How do you know this guy? Or like why do you like this? Well, my parents are just being concerned.
And they stay curious. And yeah, to the elders, yeah, basically, if you are very interested about your kids, online world,
Mhm.
you should ask, and especially to us as well, to the mid-20s.
Like the adults being older adults soon.
Yeah.
Going there.
You should stay cautious as well. I think it also involves like online shopping. Whenever we do resellers, like
Yes.
don't do like when you go to their house or something like that.
Yeah, is not only like when you're posting and stuff like that, but just
Mhm.
like shopping in general because you're still meeting strangers online. Right?
Yes,
So
and it might be a scam.
yeah,
You never know.
like be cautious, take precautions all the time. If need be, if you're going to go buy something online, then just bring someone else with you. So just be
Yes.
careful.
Especially to the women. And yeah, stranger danger is still very much evident.
Yeah, I think that
nowadays.
saying will be for like eternity.
Yes,
Like stranger danger all the time.
Brother Clarence said, "Don't talk to people you don't know."
Yeah, never talk to people you don't know. That's what we teach as well, like in the children's worship service. Like
Yes.
don't talk to strangers if you don't know them.
Yeah.
Right. So
Stay cautious,
Mm-hmm.
everyone. But let's also talk about the positive things.
yes.
Because I feel like
Social media can be a lot of negative things, but there's also a lot of positive.
yes. And number one, the ones I like from the youth, they told about staying connected with your friends who
Mhm.
are like from the that are very far away from you, especially your loved ones.
Yes.
Brother Alan said texting my mom and dad at work was
Yeah.
very cute.
I think I'm not sure if you do that. Well, I'm sure you do that as well because you're very close with your parents.
I
too.
update them.
Yeah, we update each other. Or actually, I think our family we have like a group chat.
You have a group chat.
So we have a group chat, and then for example, my mom she would say "Good morning, fam," and like a bunch of emojis, heart emojis.
That's
and it's
such
like
a mom.
have a good day at work or have a good lunch.
Yes.
Or my dad would just be
thumbs up.
my dad would just be like he'd seen.
Okay.
My dad would be like, I saw this jacket. What do you think? And we're like, no. He's like, okay.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
And like whenever I wake up, I always expect a text from mama. And whenever I don't, I'm like, what happened? Where are you?
This is out of your routine. Where's my text?
Yeah. So whenever I see post on social media about well, I have someone who updates me and I say my mom.
My mom, my parents.
But we have another comment from Ate Aisa. Ate Aisa, hi
Hello po.
Ate.
Happy viewing po from Fredericton, Group Worship Service, New Brunswick District of Ottawa, Canada.
Ate Aisa is one of the people we interviewed for this segment.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to you, Ate Aisa.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so much.
much.
Again, to all our listeners and viewers, again, our topic is social media and I. So put your thoughts, write your thoughts in the comments below, and just let us know, what do you think about social media? How does that affect you? What do you like? The pros, the good, the positive and negative is of social media in your opinion. So
Yes.
that's
How
what we're talking
you,
about.
Kuya Carlo? What do you like
About social media? Well, I think number one is that, especially with the church now, how the church is, as the world is growing, the
Yes.
church is also growing and adapting to our surroundings. So
Mm.
as we're trying our best to be careful with social media, the church helps us a lot by, because there's a lot of social media platforms that are being created.
Yes.
The church is also creating more platforms. So on those platforms, there's also a lot of Iglesia Ni Cristo pages, content.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing what I like about that is that the church is so proactive that we're able to, when we
Yes.
see a post, and I see now the brethren, we're more active than before in sharing our faith, because it's so easy to just, we like it and we share it.
You share
So
it.
it's a lot easier to share our faith, and like the past meet and greets as well. A very
Mhm.
good thing is that we're able to connect on social media super easy.
Yeah,
So-
like I know we never let a episode pass without mentioning
Listen, the meet and greet, we're
international
gonna
meet
keep
and
talking
greet.
about it until the end of 2024.
Yes. Well, it's
So-
coming to a close, so anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever I remember this moment, we had the passport thing
Yes,
activity,
yeah.
and everyone's like, "What's your handle?
What's your
username?"
what's your username? Where can I follow you? Where can we like each other on our
And
pages?
until now, I still have them on my page. I
Yes.
still see them.
I think
which
until
is
now
very
too, which is nice, is that we're able to connect with those people and more people outside that circle.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really good thing that social
us
media,
close.
it keeps us close, and
Mhm.
there's a lot of content that keeps us updated, because people, they like to post a lot of, let's say, different contents, but
Mhm.
there's more content, like more knowledge available to us.
Yes.
So it's a lot easier with just a click of buttons and stuff like that. And
Very convenient.
yeah.
Social media is very convenient.
I think that's a good thing about it.
And sometimes, do you ever, like, whenever you're talking to your friends on like one platform,
Mhm.
and then talk to them on another, it's a different topic, but it's with
The same
friend
conversation.
groups.
Yeah, I think we just transition between like the applications that we have and like the
Yeah.
social media.
Which I think we don't really we take it for granted how easy social media is when it comes
Mhm.
to communicating with your friends. I love how every day I stay updated with them, and the long voice voicemails, voice recordings.
Okay. I envy that part of you, that you have such an active friend group that replies to you.
Oh,
So I'm
shout
not.
them out! Shout them out!
Shout out to all you guys, know who you are if you are watching this.
Why aren't you replying to
Reply
him?
to my messages, please. To be loved is to be seen and heard. Come on, if we see each other in person, see
Why
me.
didn't you reply to me?
See me on social media. But I'm just kidding.
I guess I'm just blessed, brother Carlo, that my friends care for me.
Yeah, you guys are just so active, and you guys reply
But we're
to
all
each
girls. I think that's a big factor.
other. I think maybe like the girl group, the dynamics of a girl group is just
a girl friend group.
Friend group. Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, I love social media that I get to stay updated with them. Shout out to my core. Oh, is that a Chris? Is that a
girls.
Rabbit and Nick? But yeah, I stay updated with them, and we cannot do that if we lived back in the old century.
Yeah, back in
You
those
gotta
days.
be writing a letter, expecting it a month after.
Sending it on an eagle, and then they're just gonna ship the letter to someone.
So yeah, we should take it. We should be grateful about it, how
Mhm.
easy it is. But also, one thing that I don't like about social media, going back to that, is knowing too much.
Yes. To add to that, like right away, I
Mhm.
heard this saying is that, oh, actually I think it's in the Bible. Obviously,
Mhm.
I can't remember
Directly quote, yeah.
the exact verse, but it says like, when we know too much, it's not good for us.
Yeah.
It's better that we know just enough, but
Mhm.
knowing too much can cause us it's not stress.
yeah.
It's not good for us to know too much. So that's the thing, the downside of social media, that there's so much to know about, but the more you know, it's the more detrimental it is for you, because
Yeah.
for example, it can influence our thinking, our
Mm.
personal opinions. So the more we consume just different things, the more it could affect like our faith and stuff.
Once you read it, it's stuck in your head.
Yeah.
You can't forget it.
Mhm.
And sometimes I see comments like, well, I didn't expect to see that
Yeah,
today.
exactly. Yeah, or it's like, oh, I wish I didn't see that today, or well, now I know, or I wish I didn't see that.
Another
So
thing I didn't want to know, but I know.
now I know. So,
Yeah, we have just to be stay cautious, stay vigilant
mhm.
whenever we see. And um of course it also, like what we said earlier, we see people our age getting engaged, getting into buying a house, buying a car. But as the saying goes, I wrote it down, I'm gonna use
Say
it
it,
now.
say it, quote it.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes. Because
But
just
that's
as much
right,
as
right?
yeah, it is just as much as everyone posts online sharing their highlights of their life,
all the
but then when
victories.
people don't have that highlight, they compare themselves like, oh, I wish I was like that, or I
Yeah.
wish I was at that moment like them, or so then they try to was this to compensate for that. They try to find ways to just like
And
be
they post about
desperate.
new kicks, just
Yeah,
bought
like
them.
materialistic things.
Materialistic things.
But honestly, I think the most important thing is posting things that are not materialistic. For example, like if you're family, hanging out with friends, church activities, like sharing your faith, that is way more worth it. Showing that you're genuinely happy because you're with your family, you're embracing the time that you have and being at church and stuff like that, rather
Yeah.
than just posting, oh, I'm flying here, like materialistic things.
And people who are not of our faith, they always comment about that. Like,
Mhm.
oh, I love your community.
Yeah.
You guys are so warm, so welcoming,
Mhm.
which is basically our everyday life. So we don't really, how can you, well, we post about it when we have activities,
Yeah.
but aside from activities in our like after worship service,
Yeah.
like with our friends, and you can really feel the love of the brotherhood.
Mhm.
Even after, at the end of the day, I know I have at this, I have friends who I can go to in times of trials and stuff like that. Of course, my parents. And I'm really grateful for social media that we have that connection. But yeah, comparison is a thief of joy. We should always take it to mind that not every smile, not every flashy car, every
Like,
victory that we
not
see.
our lives are not perfect on social
No.
media. It's just a facade that everyone puts on to make it
Yes.
seem like, okay, well, it's almost like an indirect competition to each other. Like
Mhm.
who has the most followers, who has like the best feed or like the most positive and successful life
Yeah.
on social media. But at the Cat, we'd like to ask you as well, like what do you feel about social media, or how does it affect you positively or negatively?
Yeah, what do you like about it?
Looks like you've all mentioned most of
Sorry, we
Hold
just
on.
most of my
we just went on a rabbit hole and our thoughts just like went
Yeah,
to
I'm
the
trying to. I'm listening while I'm actually listening to all of your conversation, and I feel like you've already hit the point. But the positivity of the social media nowadays, as a member of the Church of Christ, is that we can learn different activities from around the world, right? So
agree.
this is the fastest way we can
Spread information.
get the information, and of course get to know a lot of brethren, right? And of course, which is the most important that you've already mentioned, Brother Carlo, is being able to share our faith faster than we were before, because remember, before it was mostly like just human interaction. Now you can share your faith. There are a lot of we have a lot of media in the Church of Christ that creates INC news, catering different events. Nina there is a host of another INC media platform, right? So all of these, we should utilize them because they are there for us, that we can share it to our friends and loved ones wherever they may be. And who knows, right? They will also be called inside the Church of Christ. And I remember a story that one of our Bible student came in our worship service, and he just mentioned how he knew where we were because of social media, right? So those are the things that you don't know, that the social media actually have a positive impact, especially as a member of the Church of Christ. So yeah, that's pretty much it, right, Brother Carlo and Sister Nina?
Yeah,
Yes,
agree on
Ate
everything.
Kath. Like earlier, like Kuya FG was talking to us. Somebody looked us up
Yeah,
online, right?
yeah. We don't realize it as members of the church sometimes, but actually, a lot of people of the world, they see the church and they're curious about
Yeah.
it, right? So, and then
They actually
through
go.
they come, and then like through God's ways, they show us like those people that are genuinely interested in our faith and
They want to know
interested about
more.
the church. Yeah.
Yeah. And as well as activities, like Kuya Carlo, you know this. I always send you activities from other
Like
districts.
activity ideas for the Kadiwas.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, Kuya Carlo, when are we gonna have this?
But I think it's a good thing. Like what the cat said, like we're able
Yeah.
to see activities from like the
We
other
get
districts.
inspired.
Yeah.
Speaking of other districts, we have another comment, Kuya Carlo, I think.
Yes, from Jeff Fernandez, the Jeffster, in parenthesis. What up, INCRadio Canada? Much love from INCRadio New Jersey family. Hello po, Kuya Jeff. So
shout
thank you
out
for
to
tuning
you.
in. And
Yes.
you know, one thing I would like to give as well before, because our show is coming to an end very soon though. But one
Yes, sir.
advice I would like to give, and I think I apply this personally, and I think it works very well, is that we should do like a thorough review of what we follow on social media, because we don't pay attention to, because we talk about the downsides of social media,
Yeah.
but then we don't realize that those things, we actually follow those pages or those content that we consume, it's stuck on our feed because we choose to still follow it.
There is
So
a choice.
yes, there's a choice. So filter your following, filter what you're seeing. If for example you know what you're liking, or the video that you're watching, or the post that you're reading, it's something that should not be seen, or something that goes against our teachings in the church, then
Yes.
don't be prone to, like, don't give in, like don't give the devil a chance, like what we said in
Yes.
the children's worship service. Don't give the devil a chance. If you see something that you have the slightest doubt, then don't entertain it.
Yeah.
Just
Unfollow.
unfollow it, scroll past it, don't even like it, don't do anything about it. So the best way to do it is just avoid
Yeah.
and follow instead what you think is positive. For example, it can be whether fitness, more knowledge, anything that you think is just more beneficial.
Even the
for
news
you.
source nowadays.
Exactly. I wouldn't even follow news in general. I would just, I would go through, honestly, television.
Mm.
Television is like the most, I guess, filtered and safe way, because it's broadcasted to like the world
Yeah.
in general, rather than like social media news outlets.
Yeah,
It's like
that
a
are
lot of,
like-
it's honestly more just about gossip
Yeah,
and stuff like
that's
that.
true.
So it's
that's
not worth
true.
it.
Yeah, we should really filter through our following. I did that before. And yeah, if something doesn't make you feel safe,
Yeah.
you know, if you're questioning the things that this influence, especially with influencers.
Yeah, influencers, like you come to realize, okay, well, what are they posting?
Yeah.
Is it even worth following still if it's
Do
just
I
like,
agree with their advocacies, the things that they believe? And you should
Mhm.
think about that. And as well as, I have one point that I forgot.
should have wrote down on
I should
paper.
have wrote it down. But yeah, thinking about that, and because you see these things every day.
Yeah.
You open your phone every day.
Every day.
And don't tell me that that doesn't influence you. It does.
It does. It does. Like first thing in the morning, like you'd wake up. Even myself, it's
Yeah.
you
I
want to
know
stay
it's bad
updated.
to,
It is
like,
a bad habit.
Wake up and
We admit, like first thing you do is like check.
pray.
You check the time.
Yeah.
Social media,
Yeah.
because you want to stay updated. Like what did I miss? Like during my sleep, because maybe there's like shocking news that came out and stuff like that.
Who texted me?
I wake up. The only thing I see is my alarm. Okay.
I'm sorry, Kuya.
My notification is my
Brought up
alarm.
a sensitive topic.
Looks like
It's
Nina's
okay, it's okay.
looks like Nina's waiting for someone to text her.
Yeah, I feel like it's coming from like deep within.
My mom texts me. I am very much single, but if you want,
I think it's a good time
And
to
that's
read
how we
between the
should use social media, right? To stay connected.
lines. Mhm.
Yes, my mom, my friends, shout out to you guys. But we have also have another another comment po from Ate Jovi. Hi, Ate Jovi.
Hello po. Happy watching po. Greetings from Local of Nipian po. Also from
I think that's Kamaiki.
Mikey, happy viewing po to everyone from the local Nepean and Gatineau GWS. And again from Brother Jeff Fernandez. Yes, curate your feed. Be careful what you consume. Provide feedback to the algorithm, the stuff you don't want to see.
The
Exactly.
algorithm.
I do that as well. I've been doing that. It's a post. If I strongly disagree with
Yeah.
it, I would go on the three dots.
I
or
do
whatever.
not like to see.
Yeah, I don't like to see, or just report it.
Yeah.
Because the more you just allow those things to be on your feed, the more the algorithm is going to keep feeding it to you.
It'll
But the more you
react.
reject it, the more it's going to change it to what you want. So
Very much.
we
so.
have control of our social media, then do your best that you can to consume the best things.
Consume that word. You know, food you consume.
Yeah.
Social media you also consume these
Yeah.
things.
Reading, watching is consuming as well.
Yeah. So be careful out there, everyone. But as well, you know, spread positivity, share
Yeah.
our faith. And I just want to say, INC original music is on Spotify now.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
it's
that.
on Spotify. Like everyone, that what I love about that too is that the members of the church have been like not shy at all in sharing that playlist, showing what's their favorite song and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So
I love it. It's so convenient.
I'd say one trick for the members of the church: create that Spotify playlist. We create our own
Ooh.
Spotify playlist for our music genres and our own liking. but also create that Spotify playlist for
I
the
have a
church.
playlist, my
I have
single
too.
Kadiwa playlist.
Not that one. She has that one. I have another one.
And I see LJ, I see you. You follow that playlist. I know you stay updated.
Mm.
And then we also have another comment from Gajapson. Hi Gajap.
Hello po to
po.
all. Happy watching po here at the local Nepians. We have a lot of brethren and viewers connected this evening. So again,
Yes
thanks to
po.
everyone
Thank you
for
po.
tuning in,
Thank you so much po for spending your Saturday night with us.
talking about social media
And
with this-
INCRadio. It's
Yeah.
a platform. This is social media.
Yeah, we are on a social media
Yes,
platform.
we are on social media, right?
So we're really grateful to the church administration for allowing us to have a platform like INCRadio, wherein we can share our thoughts, our opinions, and share love and positivity in our faith. But of course, Kuya Carlo, we only have 3 minutes to spare,
Yeah.
so we might as well greet.
Go.
Do you have greetings? Would you like to shout out anyone?
Well, I would like to shout
the
out.
friends that don't reply to you.
Shout out to my friends that don't reply to me. I will always show you love, concern, because here as a district Kadiwa president, it's my job to, try my best to be there for everyone, but
Trying his best.
be there for me too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Send some love back. Okay.
But again, save the date next Sunday, December 8th. This is Kadiwa. So shout out to all the Kadiwas in the district of Ottawa, and as well as to the local congregation of Montreal.
See you all there. Can't wait to see you. Ate Kat, do you have greetings?
Yes, I also would like to shout out to all of my friends who doesn't reply anymore, and to my friends who still replies. No kidding, I'm just kidding, but yeah, I would like to. I already greeted our district po, and also would like to give out shout out to my husband, brother Christian Ga, and my family.
Oh,
Thank you
thank you,
so much,
Ate Kat,
Ate.
for being here with us. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. We hope that you have, gained a lesson or two and caused awareness,
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah, I think it's very important in our time now to just be aware of everything in general. So again, before we end our show, a special acknowledgement goes to our most beloved executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and our Christian Family Organizations coordinator, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo, for everything that you do, Paul, for all of us, for your love and concern, and we appreciate all of that, Paul. So thank you, and we love you very, very much.
Yes, well, thank you po to everyone, and we hope that you have a great day. Once more, I am Sister Nina.
And I'm Brother Carl Marquez.
And Ate Kat from BC.
All right, so thank you for tuning in. Yeah, thank you, Ate Kat. So again, thank you to all our listeners and viewers, and thank you for tuning into INCRadio Canada.
Bye, everyone. And
Bye,
Bye, everyone.